First of the season opener. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, but while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Mariota. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
That's to the veteran tight end, Carter Landry. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ooh, with a juke. Sheds off the tackle, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Their mobile quarterback, 59 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, Obviously, your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their...
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Ronan. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, it's Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. They're going to look to throw. Steps away. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll run on 1st down. Dawkins. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with it. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been elusive, very, very good at scrambling, over 100 yards rushing. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 34 yards. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for two. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This is Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Harris to return. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E! Touchdown Raiders! Henry Ruggs already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And he'll be set up in good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota.
The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To the air again. Mariota. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And, partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now you've got a hustle your guys to the line and get them set. First down, Mariota. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. One last shot now for Mariota. That's caught left side by Landry. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They
today. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, nice move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the move to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there for the Raiders. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Robinson's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now. He'll drop to throw. Out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the... Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. We've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase...
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft, from Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Goff.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw now on 1st down. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And a rout is on here in this first half. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martin. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Goff on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. And the Raiders have got him. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So we've come to half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. It's a squibber picked up around the 27, and they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right. And it's where defensive coordinators have to walk that line of preparing for the adjustments you expect to come, but not taking away the aggressiveness you've already shown. And they played so well, I think that...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corey Littleton coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. After the sack on 1st down, Goff, and it's complete to Martin. Completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Goff. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rolling to his left. His pass caught at the 4. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league. I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt. Okay.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Goff.
And he's going to be... Intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Lavonte David.
And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's... smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Harris now to return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, good move. Once more the juke. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for.
Okay, the wait is over. It's time to reveal our trivia question of the week, so let's get right to it. According to Next Gen Stats, who recorded the fastest speed in the NFL last season? Now let's see who can be the fastest to send us the right answer. All right, waiting, and the guess is already rolling in. Yeah, and all right, and like clockwork, here comes the class clown. No, Tom Brady is not the answer, okay? But I know this. I know he might be the quickest to remind you he's got 7 Super Bowl rings. As we continue to scroll along here, now look, Tyreek Hill, that's a great choice. And he was the fastest wide receiver last season. But no, it wasn't the Cheetah. And I'm looking through here, there's more than a couple people. Another one there saying Lamar Jackson. But you won't find a single quarterback among the fastest times from last year. Looking more, wow. I don't think anyone's going to get this. Final call. All right, here we go. The answer is Raheem Mostert. Yeah, you got to go all the way back to week 2 of last season when he reached 23 miles per hour while flying down the field with an 80-yard touchdown. Some of his teammates said they heard a sonic boom when he was running by him. Better luck next time as we continue on with the show. And by the way, incidentally, speaking of speed, let's talk about a guy that melted stopwatches with his 40 time at the Combine.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington football team. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. This to McLaurin out on the left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, the NFL, and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Jackson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson on first down toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we reach, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. A big reason why they've been so successful. This defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket. He's so true. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. throwing on first down. Alexander forced out to his left. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Completes this out left to Ruggs. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They get this out left. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try to put something together here in the second half.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good get free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Evades him at the 10. A first down and more for Jacobs. He's still on his feet. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away. Fancy footwork in midfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Jacobs. And bulldozing his way through. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 60 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now on 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. John Bates, the intended receiver, 3rd down here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll look downfield for Waller. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. After the interception, here's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field.
And the Raiders have got him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los
As dedicated fans of the NFL, my audience is sure to recognize the voice of our next guest, especially if you happen to be a Madden player, where he's worked alongside Brandon Gaudin since 2016. It is a pleasure now to welcome to our show